CTV Calgary, local breaking news.
Good afternoon. Calgarians are stepping up to conserve water following the feeder main break. The mayor says we're now back in the sustainable zone, but conservation efforts need to continue. Jacqueline Wilson has more on the repair work and the water main eruption captured on video.
New dashcam video shows the moments when the water main on 16th Avenue Northwest burst, sending a car into the air and others careening to avoid it. A driver can be seen standing on the roof of his car before jumping into the frigid water and making it to safety. After digging a huge hole, there's now a clear view of the damaged section of pipe that's about 6 feet in diameter. People stop by to see the destruction.
It's surprising how much damage can be done in such a short period of time.
It looks like a bomb went off.
Yeah, it's massive.
The goal is to have the broken section back in service in 2 weeks.
We've got to assess the pipe. We've got to do the condition assessments and further into the pipe. That does take time. Once we know what we're cutting out, we got to get that pipe cut out and removed. Then we've got to get the new pipe in and then welded in place. And then we've got to fill the main, test the water, make sure it's safe to consume.
In the meantime, Houston is asking each person to reduce their water usage by 10 to 30 liters a day. To put that into perspective, one toilet flush or 1 minute in the shower uses about 6 to 8 liters.
Run dishwashers and laundry only when necessary and with full loads. Keep showers to 3 minutes or less. Flush toilets only when needed. These may seem like small actions, but they make a huge difference.
A boil water advisory is still in place for Parkdale, Montgomery, Point McKay, and West Hillhurst. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
The province's new environment minister has been sworn in. Taber-Warner MLA Grant Hunter will take over the role after serving as Associate Minister of Water. Hunter replaces Rebecca Schultz, who resigned from cabinet earlier this week.
His constituents of Taber-Warner will have benefited from his wisdom and dedication now for many years, and he will bring that same perspective to his new role as Minister of Environment and Protected Areas.
Cypress Medicine Hat MLA Justin Wright will also take over as Chief Government Whip for the United Conservatives. Fog continues to blanket much of Calgary, and it's expected to persist in southern Alberta until tomorrow afternoon. Environment and Climate Change Canada says areas of dense fog continue. Visibility is expected to improve this afternoon, but the fog will return tonight. Officials are reminding drivers to turn on their fog lights and allow extra time to reach their destination. At the airport, flights are delayed because of low visibility. Travelers should check their flight status before heading to the airport. A snowmobiler has died in an avalanche in northeastern BC. Avalanche Canada reports the incident happened on Tuesday in the Bull Moose area, about 35 kilometers southwest of Tumbler Ridge. Now, these photos show the avalanche zone the day after the tragedy. 3 snowmobilers were in the area when the slide was triggered at the base of the slope. Avalanche Canada says one snowmobiler did not survive despite a prompt rescue by companions. And Lake Louise Ski Resort is entering the new year with record-breaking snow. By the end of December, 503 centimeters had fallen. It's the only time the hill has surpassed the 500-centimeter threshold this early in the season. All 13 lifts are in operation, and nearly every run is open.
The energy around here it's electric. It's just, everyone is so excited. Everyone's so stoked. The pictures coming out on social of people just getting absolutely pitted in powder. It's been incredibly exciting.
And all that snow means the new terrain on Richardson Ridge is open, and that's 3 months earlier than anticipated. A third of temporary foreign workers hired in Canada fall under the agricultural stream. But new federal rules have some Alberta farmers worried about the potential impact on their business. Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports.
It takes a lot more than these busy bees to produce nearly 600,000 kilograms of honey a year. Nixon Honey Farms has been relying on the help of temporary foreign workers since 1998.
And we were quite smaller at that time, running less hives, and we started with just 1 worker and eventually 2 workers.
The farm now employs 18 seasonal and temporary foreign workers. In September, Ottawa announced it would reduce the number of temporary foreign workers allowed into Canada to 230,000 in 2026, down from 368,000 this year. The measures were introduced due to recent high employment. Like many Alberta farmers, Nixon says he's tried to hire Canadians without much success.
It's hard manual labor, and we're lifting a lot of boxes, we're working in the heat. It's just one of these jobs in agriculture that we can't seem to attract a stable Canadian workforce.
And speaking with a lot of beekeepers, they don't want to get stung on the job, and kids don't want to work that hard 12 hours a day.
In response to the cuts, the Alberta Federation of Agriculture outlined a series of recommendations for the federal government to help farmers. The Federation says producers were anxious when they heard the program could impact how many temporary foreign workers they hire.
We have some of the most productive producers in all the world. And they simply want to have access to the people and the tools to make sure they have the best outcome possible.
Employment and Social Development Canada says temporary foreign workers account for 1% of Canada's workforce. Last year, more than a third of those workers were in agriculture. While Nixon says his farm is still operating as usual for now, he's worried about potential cuts.
I honestly don't know what we would do. Possibly looking at selling part of the business or downsizing.
The AFA says if farmers need to pay more for labor, that cost will trickle down to your dinner plate.
Or we're not going to have enough product, which means, less selection or less availability at the grocery store.
Employment and Social Development Canada didn't say how many agriculture positions would be reduced in the temporary foreign programs. It says it generally exempts the measures in agriculture and food processing. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
The first Alberta babies of the new year were born at the same time in Calgary and Edmonton. A boy was born in Edmonton's Grey Nuns Hospital at 12:03 a.m. on New Year's Day. Alberta Health Services says at the same moment, baby boy Theodore was born to parents Sarah and Sebastian Stewart at the South Health campus. Theodore weighed in at 8 pounds 6 ounces. AHS is offering congratulations to all the families who welcome new additions on the first day of 2026. Thanks for joining us. We'll have more on the top stories coming up on the CTV News at 5 and 6 or anytime online at ctvnewscalgary.ca.